Welcome to the Green Apron. This Saturday's edition of the Green Living Gurus, cooking tips, tricks, and recipes. Today in our kitchen, we have leftovers tonight. But what I wanted to talk about, we're not going to cook today because we are doing leftovers tonight. Because I just actually came from a bridal shower. And I want to talk about pots and pans. So pots and pans, you can see behind me, this is a cast iron wok, which is probably one of my all-time favorite pans that we use in the kitchen, okay? And then next to it, which is a dirty cast iron pan. I told you that my cooking show, things are not going to be perfect in the kitchen. Things are going to be out of place. They're not going to be perfect, as you can see. We cooked some bacon in here, but this is another one of our favorites. This is it's a Lodge cast iron pan. Let's see if it says what size. I can't tell, but I think this is 18 inches. But it's awesome. You can cook entire meals in this pan. And there's great recipes, but why cast iron as opposed to nonstick, and why other pots and pans? So we have stainless steel, which is of course okay too, and then we have cast iron, and that's all we use. Here's stainless steel. We got some soup that I made earlier in the week. What I wanted to talk about was nonstick pans. I'm not a big fan of them at all. I know there are some that are okay these days. Unfortunately, the ones from years ago, the Teflon, I think is the brand, that everybody just refers to, sort of like you refer to a Kleenex, which really it's tissue, but why I said that, I'm not quite sure, but just telling you that a Teflon pan is actually a trade or a brand name. So nonstick pans is really what they're called, and they can be very toxic and harmful to your health. Now, if a nonstick pan is at all scratched on the bottom, absolutely throw it away right away. Typically that happens when somebody cooks with those pans with a metal utensil or a knife, and it starts to leach some of the chemicals that are made up and are part of that makeup of the pan, and some of them are PFAS, which is PFAS, perfluorinated chemicals, and there's all different letters, but there's a lot of different PFAS, and they're called forever chemicals, and those are very hard to get out of your system. And there's also aluminum. So it just is harmful to cook anything in a pan that has a scratch in it. Now, if you have Teflon pans, they now have gotten away from that, but if you have nonstick pans, and you have to have nonstick pans, there are some that are okay. I know the green pan is, and some of the other ceramic ones. My understanding is, and do your research, is they wear out after a few years. I can't say for sure. I don't have any of them. I just know safety-wise, and know that we only use cast iron and we only use stainless steel. And there's so many good stainless steel ones out there, just like the ones from years ago that our parents used in the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever they were. I think they were Farberware. So there are decent pans out there. You can always go to like a Marshall's or TJ Maxx. They always have pans that are on the racks. But the Lodge is the cast iron that I absolutely love. That they have all different sizes, different ways that, from the wok to the to the, whatever these pans are called. I guess it's just a frying pan. And then we have a little one. Where's my little one? I have a few more here. Butter pan, you know, just a little one. So, and they're not hard to clean. We usually just wipe them out and then put them back away. So it all depends on what you're cooking it. Now that's bacon fat, so I'm gonna have to clean that a little bit because you don't want the bacon fat on the whatever you're cooking for dinner that night. So that's our lesson today, to look at your pots and pans, especially if you have non-stick ones. I do have a store on Amazon, and it's on our website. You can find it under thegreenlivinggurus.com. And on there, I have a whole section on pots and pans and ones that we recommend. We get a very small commission from Amazon for just listing them on my store. Not of anything crazy big, but I always like to be fully honest and let you know that Amazon does give us about a penny a year. So anyways, so those, we use it so we can recommend products to people, and it's helpful in that way. And we have a lot of things on the store if you want to check it out. It's everything that we feel is much safer than a lot of the items that are out there, and there's so many things to choose from. So we have storage containers on there, a lot of things for the kitchen, but the Lodge is our favorite. Cast iron again. I have all clad. I also have emeralds. This is emerald. So just wanted to come on and talk about that today in the Green Apron segment of The Green Living Gurus.